Who are watching us wherever you are. We are so grateful that you are always with us and you are always listening to our topics as Farms to Uganda. My name is Ivan Daniel, the country director Farms to Uganda, and today I have come to teach you about an important topic which is very important for every person. I have given it a title that failing to plan is planning to fail. Sometimes we have been failing to fulfill our goals and we have been laying a lot of objectives, but in the long run, we divert away from those objectives and we tend to become failures. And sometimes the reason why we are failing to fulfill our objectives and also we are failing to reach our goals is the way we plan. I can give you an example of somebody who goes to the bank with an ambition of getting a loan of developing himself. So when he reaches the bank, there are lots of terms and conditions given to him, and in the process, he meets a friend and they share something. He diverts this gentleman from meeting the objectives, the terms and conditions of the bank, and they tend to go for a money lender. The money lender promises to give him instant cash with 20% interest. He goes and buys some meat, buys some clothes for the children, he buys himself some clothes, and even the lady. And this is when he remembers that, I don't have even the transport mean. He buys himself a brand new motorcycle. So in that process, he spends around 8 millions. Remember, he received 35 millions. He has spent around 8 millions. So the money he has received, he has already deducted 80 millions. And this money, he must pay interest on it. He has not injected in the business, but he has just spent it just anyhow, let me say. So in that process, he goes back home. Even he shares with the wife. They start even visiting some beautiful places. This is when he remembers to take his children out. Remember, his first plan was to open up a hardware shop, and it was worth 10 millions. But after receiving the 35 millions, he has even plans to visit the beaches. He has plans also to give a big offertory in the church, so that he's recognized as a good man in the church. And in that process, he spends around 15 millions out of the 35 millions. So he has a balance of 20 millions. So this is when he remembers that my plan was the hardware shop. He goes and purchases things which are fit to be in 20 millions. But remember, the interest rate is 20% on 35 millions. So in that process, after a month, this money lender will say, can you give me my interest? The business has not yet generated money. The money lender wants his money. Again, he opts for another loan or borrowing money from a friend to pay the money lender. Again, as he's working, another month collapses. Again, the money lender comes and puts the hand. Can you give me my money? He cannot go and get another loan. He cannot go and borrow from a friend. Now the man is stuck. He tells the money lender that, please count the month. I will pay at once next month. This interest makes another interest. So in the long run, this man fails to pay the loan he acquired from the money lender. The money lender takes the property. But what has caused this? At first, he had a plan of getting 10 millions. Where? From the bank, which had the interest rate of 20 or 24% per year. Now, because he was not having objectives, he meets a friend. He diverts this man from getting the loan from the bank to the money lender. Now the money lender overcharges this gentleman. The business cannot facilitate these interest rates. Now this man fails with his business and his property is taken. This is why, as Farms 2, we come in and we tell you, friends, before we do anything, make what we call a strategic plan. Make strategies of implementing your business, your small enterprise we want you to make. Because we, as Farms 2, we are promoting small scale businesses. But before you start this small scale, first find out, how does it work? Do you have the capability of working with this business? Can you get an alternative in case this business is not picking up? What if this business has gotten some problems? What can you do? Do you have some technical people who will handle this business? So you lay all those strategies, and this is when you come up with a certain business. And two, when you come up with that certain business, be focused. Don't divert yourself to another because this one is not picking. And this has been a great disease here in my country, and I don't know where you are watching us from. We don't concentrate on starting business. When the business is not giving you there and then, you tend to say, this is a dead business. You opt for another one. Then you go to that business, also it fails you. You run to another one. Just within 1 year, you've made around 6 businesses. And all other 5 have collapsed and you've not gotten any profit out of it. And if possible, even your starting capital collapsed from those businesses. Therefore, dear viewers and friends, we as Farms 2, we always teach you that it is very important to lay down the plan as you are going to make the business. You should have what we call a business plan, which has the goal, the mission, the objectives, and the strategies which will lead you to attaining your goal. And when you put everything in place, trust me, give your business time. And also be prayerful, because God is the first businessman. Be prayerful, remain focused, and put all your energies in this business. You will get good results out of this business. Thank you for watching me wherever you have been. The topic was failing to plan is planning to fail. If we make good plans for our businesses, we shall get results out of those businesses. But if we fail to make plans for our businesses, we are not going to achieve, or we shall achieve little from those businesses we created. Thank you very much. May the good Lord protect you